Hello, it's Charles with Uber Eats. Today is Sunday, July 12th, 2026, and I am blessed and grateful because I received that precious gift of tomorrow with God's wake-up call, and I got to see another day here in beautiful, sunny, warm, tropical Tampa, Florida. And you also received that precious gift of tomorrow with God's wake-up call, and you got to see another day here on earth. That gift of tomorrow most definitely is a precious gift to receive because not everybody got God's wake-up call this morning and got to see another day here on earth. So I, for one, am most definitely blessed and feel grateful to the good Lord for allowing me another day here on earth. God is good. God is great, always and always. And I'm blessed to have Jesus Christ in my life. I love Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ is my Savior, my Redeemer, and my Advocate. Blessed to have Him, and I'm blessed for everything God has given me. I'm relatively healthy for a 50-year-old guy. God has put me here in this time and place in Tampa, Florida, where I can enjoy all the delicious food anytime, anywhere I want. I can afford to eat. I'm enjoying fantastic weather, and I've got all the work I can handle with my Uber Eats business, and I'm able to easily afford my rent, food, clothes, all the upkeep I need with my car, with insurance, gas, oil changes, tires. I'll be able to buy my new car next year. I've already got money saved up for that. And I'm saving up for all my future wants and needs, unseen and foreseen. So very blessed and fortunate that God has put me here in this time and place. God is good. God is great, always and always. I had a fantastic day yesterday. Enjoyed my coffee at the McDonald's. I got another 20 trips in on this 60 trip quest that I'm on. So I need another 20 trips today, and I'll have another 2 quests completed this week. I got back to the Circle K that's near my camper, and I topped off my tank, and then I went and picked up my food at that halal food truck. I called my order in when I was done pumping my gas, and she must have gotten distracted. It was just after 6. Maybe there was someone else up there ordering food, but she did not put my order in. She took my order but didn't put it in. So she got up there, and she was calling me as I was walking up to the food truck. And she explained that she didn't explain it thoroughly, but I figured out that she had forgotten to give the grill cook my order. Well, she got it out pretty quick to me, and she wasn't going to charge me anything for my meal. She just handed it to me. I think she forgot that I hadn't paid yet, so I went ahead and paid half price again. So I think that's the 5th time she's given me that discount where she rings up fries instead of my actual meal. So I'm not asking her for it, but I'll certainly take it. If it's free, it's for me, is what I always say. Well, I get back, I take my meal back to the camper to eat it. Sometimes I eat in my car and sometimes I eat in the camper, but I get back to the camper and I hadn't noticed it, but my landlord had texted me throughout the day letting me know. I didn't notice it on my phone, but the tree that's near the camper where I sleep at night, the top half of it broke off and fell across the top of the camper, the part that I sleep on, the end of it there. And apparently it punched a hole, not clear through the ceiling, but into the top part and into the insulation, enough to allow water to get in there and seep in. And my bed was wet when I got back into the camper last night. And I told him about it. He said he wasn't surprised that would happen, but he was going to get it fixed. Until the leak is fixed, I'm sleeping in the house. I slept in the camper last night. My bed wasn't so damp that I couldn't sleep on it, but I can't sleep on it anymore while it's still leaking. So until he gets the leak patched up, I'll be sleeping in that small bedroom in the house, which is fine by me. It could have been a whole lot worse. If that whole tree had fallen down, it could have completely crumpled the camper and made it unlivable. So I'm fortunate for that, and I'm fortunate that I didn't get hurt or no one else got hurt. I wasn't even there when it fell. So fortunately, no one got hurt when the tree fell over on the camper. Well, anyway, the time right now, this Sunday morning, is 4:44 a.m. And according to the website weather-atlas.com, the sun will rise today at 6:42 a.m. That's 1 hour and 58 minutes from now. And then the sun will set later on this evening at 8:29 p.m. So today, Tampa will enjoy over 13 hours and 47 minutes of daylight. Oh, I almost forgot. I spoke to my cousin back in Ohio briefly on the phone to let her know about the Mega Million jackpot being up to $637 million for Tuesday night's drawing, Tuesday the 14th. I told her I was going to play it, and that I normally don't play the Mega Million until it gets up over 500 or 600 million. I thought I might as well give it a chance, so I told her about it, so maybe she'll buy a ticket. Here goes the ticket I played for Tuesday night. And I don't play the same number on the Mega Million as I do the Powerball, but when I do play the Mega, I play the same number every time. I play 1, 10, 12, 33, 67, and the Mega Ball 24. One thing I forgot about these Mega tickets, I don't think the Powerball does that, but the Mega, sometimes it gives you a random multiplier. This one I got a 4 times multiplier. So of course it doesn't apply to the jackpot, but if you hit I'm assuming if you hit a smaller prize, you'll win 4 times what you normally would with that. So that's pretty good. I'm gonna get it put back in my sleeve here so it doesn't get messed up. Along with this old Powerball ticket. I checked my Powerball numbers and I did not hit anything. Not a single number. The number that came in last night on the Powerball was 8, 10, 14. I did hit 14. I didn't notice that, but that doesn't pay anything. It came in 8, 10, 14, 45, 59, and the Powerball of 5. According to the Powerball website, no one played all 5 numbers in the Powerball. There was a match 5. One ticket was sold that matched all 5 numbers, and that was sold in New Jersey. So Monday, tomorrow, the Powerball jackpot is going up to $478 million. I need to get that ticket put away too until I can get it checked officially to see if it's a winner or not. I know it's not, but I always check all my tickets just to make sure. And I managed to find 3 cans of my Monster Rehab, Revive, Refresh, Recover. I didn't find any of the tea and lemonade, which is the flavor I like when it's not on a Sunday. But I bought 2 of these peach tea. They were on sale, 3 for $8. I got 2 peach teas, and they both have good dates on them. They both have the same date, E2605. So these were made May the 5th of this year. And then for the 3rd can, which is what I'm drinking today, I bought this Wildberry Monster Rehab, Revive, Refresh, Recover. And it's got a date from last year. It says L2519. So this can was made, L is the 12th letter, so this can was made December the 19th of last year. Got all those cans put away. Today, I'm having this, I might have misspoke, I'm having this green tea today because it's Sunday. Monster Rehab green tea. When I got back to the camper, I also checked out to see if anybody had responded to my service to let me know how well I performed yesterday. And according to the Uber Eats app, 1 person responded to that survey. They gave me an upvote for delivering with care. That number went up 1 to 849. They did not think I was a friendly delivery driver. That number remains the same. Friendly is at 750, but they did say I was quick and efficient. That number went up 1 to 733. They thought I was a good communicator. That number went up 1 to 731, but they did not think I delivered with a perfect handoff. That number is still at 707, which is fine. I'm happy to see any movement at all. I would prefer to get a 5-star review and 5 upvotes from one of my customers, but any movement now at all is fine. I've met my goal of reaching 700 in all of these metrics. So I'm very pleased and happy with everything that happened for me. A lot of good things happened for me. One unfortunate thing happened to me with the tree falling down, but it could have been a whole lot worse. So I'm not upset about that at all. Well, I'm sitting outside here in my car at my favorite pump at the Circle K, and I went into Gas Buddy and AAA so I can compare the average price of gas in the United States, the average price of gas in Florida, to the price of gas currently at this Circle K. And gas at this Circle K has gone down 6 cents since yesterday and 13 cents since Friday. It's down to $3.69. So with AAA and Gas Buddy telling me that the average price of gas in Florida has dropped 2 cents since yesterday to $3.81, and the average price of gas in the United States has remained the same at $3.88. That's 4 cents higher than it was on Friday. It was $3.88 yesterday, it was $3.84 the day before, and it was $3.84 on Thursday. So this Circle K is cheaper than the Florida state average by 12 cents, and it's cheaper than the national average by 19 cents. I'm gonna get this green tea cracked open so I can get started on it. My mouth's kind of dry. Here goes my, I got my free ice already from the Circle K in my McDonald's cup. See that free ice? And like I said, because it's Sunday, I'm having this green tea flavor of the Monster Rehab. And with today being the 12th of July, and this can saying L2511, that means this can is 7 months and a day old, I believe, because you've got January, February, March, April, May, June, July. That's 7 months and the 11th. So, and today's the 12th. So yeah, this can is a 1 day and 7 months old. I'm gonna get it cracked open here. I've been looking forward to this. This green tea is my favorite flavor of all the Monster Rehabs. So I know it's gonna be good over ice. Let's check it out here anyway. See what we got. Oh yeah, that's delicious. It's fantastic. I was just thinking about the conversation I had with my cousin. I was talking about how windy it was recently here in Tampa. I was talking about how hot it's gotten, how Tampa has recently seen high temperature records broken in several of the cities here in Central Florida. And like I know, Facebook listens to, somehow they know what people talk about on their phones. As soon as I got off the phone talking to my cousin about the weather and how hot it's gotten and record temperatures being broken and heat advisories that they're issuing, I get into Facebook to look at, stuff, and one of the first things I see on there is a news feed. It was an advertisement. It started out as an advertisement, and then they showed a weather report for Alaska having a heat advisory for Fairbanks. It was a post from a guy named Tim Pandagis. Tim, Pandagis. He's a weather person. I don't think he's affiliated. I don't know. I guess he's affiliated somehow with 13 News Now in Norfolk, Virginia, because based on his other posts that he's put on there, a lot of the weather reports are for Norfolk, Virginia. So maybe he's a weatherman in Virginia. He sounded knowledgeable, so he's not some kook. He's an actual meteorologist, but whether or not he's affiliated officially with a weather service, a weather channel, I'm not sure, but he was on there talking about a heat advisory that was just issued for Fairbanks, Alaska. So I know that ad was on there, that weather report was on there because of the conversation I had with my cousin about how hot and record-breaking temperatures in Tampa. So that's aggravating, but I guess there's no way around it for Facebook to not listen to your calls. I don't think you can avoid that. But he said that Tim Penjadis said it's not just hot here, it's hot in Alaska. He was referring to Norfolk, Virginia. It's also hot in Alaska. Heat advisory for temperatures as hot as 80 to 85 degrees in Fairbanks. This is unusual, but not unheard of in Alaska, he went on to say. However, it's a little more rare north of Fairbanks. Yeah, and I wrote a note on here that he reports the weather in Norfolk, Virginia. But mostly he posts stuff on Facebook about the weather. It seems to me anyway. But I also went into a couple YouTube pages to find out about what weather I can expect here in Tampa. And this video here featured meteorologist Colleen Campbell. She's on 10 Tampa Bay News, and this video was uploaded Friday, July 10th. Colleen Campbell gave remarks about the heavy wind gusts recorded across Tampa Bay on Friday. She said that Tampa Executive Airport registered high winds as high as 72 miles an hour. Sarasota Bradenton Airport reported 60-mile-an-hour winds. This is all from Friday. And then Brooksville reported 53 miles an hour. Albert Whited Airport, 54 miles an hour. And then I don't know what this is, but she said that FSWN Pasco Land O'Lakes reported 52 miles an hour. I thought that might have been another airport. I did a Google search for FSWN Pasco Land O'Lakes and nothing came up, so I'm not sure what that is. It's probably an airport. But I searched airport and then that name and nothing came up. And then I checked out, and then Colleen Campbell went on to say that they are issuing a weather impact alert due to dangerous heat with feels-like temperatures in the range of 105 to 110. The National Weather Service she explained that the National Weather Service issues heat advisories when the heat index reaches 108 or more for more than 2 hours at a time. Colleen said that she encouraged everybody watching to spend as much time indoors in the air conditioning as possible and to stay hydrated, well hydrated, drink a lot of water. She went on to say that many cities are breaking high temperature records here in Florida and in the United States. She added that another plume of Saharan dust is making its way to Tampa on Monday, July 13th. And people with breathing issues may notice this plume of dust because it's quite thick. We'll notice it on Monday and Tuesday, this thick plume of Saharan dust that's coming. People that are sensitive to poor air quality are encouraged to stay indoors or take some measures to avoid breathing in this Saharan dust, she said. She said today Tampa will see a high of 93 and a low of 81 with a 20% probability of rainfall. And then I checked out what meteorologist Dave Osterberg had to say on Fox 13 Tampa Bay. This video was uploaded Friday, July 10th. Dave Osterberg says that 24-hour rainfall totals recorded Thursday were next to nothing, which is very unusual for Tampa in the middle of July. Normally, we receive a good amount of rain every day through the summer months. It's the rainy season right now, he explained. He said typically Tampa sees 60% probability of rain every day in July. He said this weather we're getting now is more like early May weather as opposed to middle of July weather. He said the heat risk for the next couple days is moderate. We have a moderate heat risk on Sunday and better on Monday and Tuesday because the heat index is dropping early in the week. Humidity is dropping and the conditions that make the heat index rise are not as prevalent tomorrow and Tuesday. He went on to say that it's been hotter and drier lately because of the Saharan dust plume that's drifting westward from Africa into the Gulf of America and even as far as Texas. He said today Tampa can expect a high of 93 and a low of 81. And then I also checked out what meteorologist Allie Blake had to say on Tampa Bay 28. This video was uploaded Friday, July 10th. Allie Blake commented on the heat advisory issued for Tampa Bay over the weekend, and that she even also commented about Alaska having a heat advisory for Fairbanks. She explained that Fairbanks, Alaska feels like temperatures up to 85 degrees, and that's what prompted that heat advisory. Allie commented on Tampa's air quality being affected by the Saharan dust. Most of Tampa Bay is in moderate in the moderate air quality category, she said. She noted that overnight temperatures have been slightly lower due to the recent rainfall that Tampa is seeing. No expected tropical formations of storm is expected in the next 7 days, so that gets us through Friday, July 17th. We're safe from any hurricanes through Friday of this week. She said today we can expect a high of 94 and a low of 80 with a 20% probability of rain. And then Max Defender meteorologist Amanda Hawley was featured on WFLA News Channel 8. This video was uploaded Friday, July 10th. Amanda Hawley said the heat impact advisory is in place due to the feels-like temperatures soaring as high as 110 degrees here in Tampa, Florida. And it's going to be that way through the middle of the week, she explained. Today, Sunday, is going to be hot, hazy, and very dry. She went on to say that as we get into Sunday, Monday, and the rest of the week, the Saharan dust will be very thick and dense, making the skies hazy and weather conditions relatively dry. We've got a 20% probability of rain, according to Amanda Hawley today, and will reach a high of 93 and a low of 81. And here goes all the trips I completed yesterday. I had 20 customers and I had 18 trips. So I had 18 singles and one double along the way. I started out the day picking up a trip for Kendra. Kendra wanted breakfast from El Jefe Cafe on East Bush Boulevard. Kendra was generous, kind, and thoughtful and gave me a $4 tip with a $2 fare, so I made $6 for delivering breakfast to Kendra's house. Thank you so much for that generous tip, Kendra. I really appreciate that. Then I went on to pick up trips 2, 3, 4, and 5 for Vincent, Slater, Monica, Paula, and Jacob. What would have been trip 5, I went to Jake. I picked up food for Jacob for trip 5, but trip 4 initially was going to be a package delivery. I was supposed to be picking up a package for a customer named Demi. I get there and she's not coming out of her apartment. I called and texted her, and I'm waiting about 5 minutes, and I was worried I had wasted my time. Well, I ended up wasting my time. She wanted me to drive her somewhere. She acted as if she was arranging a Uber trip for herself somewhere. She came down with a bag, and I said, "Is that the package?" She said, "No, I'm the package." And I said, I can't let anybody in my car. I'm an Uber Eats driver. And I think she knew what she was doing. I think she just scheduled it as a courier package delivery to save money on getting herself taken somewhere. I had that happen once before, and it was here in Tampa when I first got here. A guy I went to pick him up, and he came out of his apartment with a cup of coffee, and I said, I'm like, what do you want me to take? I said, he goes, I'm wanting a ride somewhere. And he also, I'm sure he knew what he was doing. They do that to save money on a trip, which is crazy to me. If I were to get in an accident, if I did take her wherever she was going yesterday and I got in an accident, I would be in big trouble because I wasn't supposed to have anybody in my car. I'm supposed to just have packages and food. So why anybody would think that would fly with me is beyond me. I never will let that happen. There might be other Uber Eats drivers that let that happen, but not me. Anyways, I picked up, for Vincent, I picked up Sunny and Fine breakfast burrito on East Bush Boulevard. Vincent tipped me $2.25. Thank you so much for that tip, Vincent. I appreciate that. Slater was trip 3. Slater tipped me $5.92 for picking up Cammy's Breakfast Cafe. Paula was trip 4. Oh, I screwed that. Monica was the Cammy's Breakfast Cafe. It's a virtual kitchen inside Three Coins Diner on North Nebraska. Monica tipped me $5.92. Paula was trip 4. Paula tipped me $4 for delivering First Watch on McRae Road. Thank you for that tip, Paula. And then trip 5 was Jacob. Jacob tipped me $3 for delivering Paris Baguette on Preserve Walk Lane. Thank you so much for those tips, Jacob, Paula, Monica, and Vincent. I appreciate all of you very much. You are all very thoughtful, kind, and generous. After dropping off Jacob's Paris Baguette order, I went on to pick up trips 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10, and 11. Trip 6 was for June. June gave me a fare of $6.04 for delivering an item from Lowe's on Florida State Road 54. Fred was very generous, gave me a big tip, $19.57 for delivering Very Berry Brunch from North Dale Mabry Highway. Thank you so much for that very generous tip, Fred. That was my best paying run of the day also. Thank you so much for that, Fred. You were very thoughtful. That was a big tip for a very easy trip to do. Trip 8 was for Suma. Suma tipped me $3.50 for delivering Five Guys on Sierra Center. Brian tipped me $3 for delivering Dunkin' Donuts from State Road 54. $3 tip from Brian. Trip 10 was a triple. Karam and Jess wanted Mustard Seed Deli Charcuterie on Land O'Lakes Boulevard. And the third part of that was for Brianna. Brianna wanted Jimmy John's sandwiches on North Dale Mabry. Karam, Jess, and Brianna, they tipped me $10.49. Thank you for that tip, Brianna, Karam, and Jess. And then trip 11 was Teresa. Teresa wanted McDonald's on Citrus Park. I got a $3 tip from Teresa. Thank you so much for those tips and fares I got from you. Teresa, Brianna, Jess, Karam, Brian, Suma, Fred, and June. I appreciate all of you. We're all very thoughtful, kind, and generous. After dropping off Teresa's McDonald's order, I finished the day with trips 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, and 18 for Jaban, Orlando, Jessica, Emma, two different Emmas right in a row. That's happened before, but it's unusual. Carrie and Pix. Jaban gave me a tip of $5.05 for picking up Chipotle Mexican Grill on North Dale Mabry. Orlando was trip 13. I got a tip of $4.45 for picking up McDonald's on West Lineball. Jessica tipped me $5.53 for delivering 7-Eleven from Citrus Park. After dropping off that 7-Eleven order for Jessica, I picked up an order for Emma. Emma tipped me $6 for delivering Grain and Berry on Country Way. A different Emma was trip 16. She tipped me $4.96 for delivering Chick-fil-A on Citrus Park. Carrie was trip 17. Carrie tipped me $8.61 for delivering Red Robin Gourmet Burgers from Citrus Park. And then my last delivery of the day was for Pix. Pix tipped me $3.09 for delivering barbecue chicken on North can't make out Northdale Boulevard. Thank you so much for those tips. Pix, Carrie, Emma's, Jessica, Orlando, and Jeban. I appreciate all of you very much. You are all very thoughtful, kind, and generous. Well, I'm going to wrap this video up. God bless you all, and I hope you all are having a fantastic weekend like I am. I'll talk to you soon. Have a great week.